Hey, party people and gardening friends, it's me, Stephanie from Lost and Funny Farm. What's different, you say? Did I cut my locks that were down to my behind? Yes, I did. Anyway, the garden is ready though. Let's see what we got. So, greenhouse right now. And as I'm sure you know, we bought everything out of the grow room upstairs. Um, and it is currently in the greenhouse. Let's see if I can zoom in so you can be part of all the fun action. Can you see what that says? Can you see it? It's 115 degrees in here, 50% humidity, and moist. Ugh. But we're not here to talk about my humidity. What we got? All right. So here we have the last two surviving tomatoes on the Lost and Funny Farm. They're actually doing very well in here. Some kind of way, somebody let mealybugs in. We ain't gonna talk about that. Let me. We done rinsed them off several times, so I think they're all gone. Like I said, these are the last two surviving tomatoes, and I ain't trying to have no problems with these two because if they have problems, they're gonna get their problems all over my stuff, and I'm not with it. But so what we got out here? We've got just a few broccolis. These are the Godzilla broccoli, so three of them there, and then this is southern mustard greens. All right, that is my Japanese mustard greens, and some of them looking a little cooked. They needed some water, so I just walked in and watered everything. That's all Brussels sprouts over there. Top bunch 2.0 collards. We have bok choy here at the end, and this is let me tell you the right thing. Copenhagen market cabbage. So I think it's 14 of those, and the rest is bok choy. So this is all cabbage, and then bok choy. Here we've got some oregano. So I do grow it in big little, and I overseed like that. And then when I'm ready to plant this out, I will break it up uh, and then put it in multiple spots. So this is more than likely going in a green stalk because like I said, I'm going to break it up. So one row of dwarf Siberian kale, southern mustard greens, and lacinato kale. I know you're going to say we got a lot of lacinato kale. I don't have words today, y'all, but I'm doing the best I can. This Swiss chard. Swiss chard always makes me nervous because it always looks like it's tired. And then when I put it in the ground, it wakes up. So do your thing. Take your nap because you about to do some work. Here we have, I want to say that is early Dutch cabbage. This right here. Let me see. All the way down there. That tray down there. What is that? Yeah, get off of me. Okay. That tray down there is, what are you? What are you? Let's call it kale for now. I'm pretty sure it's kale. Collard greens right here. All of this is, I got some rutabagas here, here, and here. And then the rest of this is cabbage, early Dutch cabbage. That is that purple tray right there with the little 6-packs in it. That's my tray of spares. Okay. Does not go the way you got to apply it in your mind. Got to have some extras. But if you notice this year, I don't have 700 million extras. I just got enough just in case. Like, look. See these two mustard greens, the Japanese mustard greens? Those two look haggard from the heat today. But I got some spares. Now, do I have like 9 of them? Maybe. Anyways, more collard greens. I want to say that is the Georgia Southern collards, and then all lacinato kale. So mostly all the kale I grew was lacinato. We really enjoy that. So that is what I tried to do. A majority of it. I like the Russian red kale. It was good. It was pretty, but the lacinato had the best flavor to me. It stood up well when cooking. It's tough, but not tough like inedible. Tough like throw whatever you got at me. Gravy, onions, green peppers. seasonings, like do your thing, we'll make it work. So I really like it. It worked well to make kale chips, which we did last year, and I plan to do again this year. So, oh, look, remember I said you all have to grow some flowers. Now these are perennials here. This 12 pack. This is 6 penstemon beard tongue, and it's actually more than one in the pot. But I over in each cell tray. But I'm sorry, not cell tray. It's more than one plant in each cell because I overseed. And these are columbine, so also more than one in each cell. Overseed. And some people think overseeding is a waste, but overseeding is essentially almost a guarantee. So if you just put one seed in there, what happens if you don't? That one seed doesn't germinate? What you got? You got some soil that you've been watering and praying over. You didn't baptize these seeds, and nothing happened. So instead, I put a bunch in. Now, can I go back and prick them out? Absolutely. I can make them into multiple plants. And almost every one of those cells, that's the 12 pack tray, 12 pack seed cells that I got from Lowe's. Like I said, they dump out their seed trays. You can go get them for free. And I really like those. I like the depth of them. They're the same depth as the Bootstrap Farmer trays, but Bootstrap Farmer trays are 4 packs in. At the rate I'm planting, I don't have enough of the Bootstrap Farmer trays to accommodate my planting. So it's a mixture of both. But anyway, also they're deep enough that they can actually live in those trays for a little bit longer. They don't get that wicked taproot like Baptisia gets or some of your other perennials, so they can be in there for a little bit longer, although we both know I'm going to pot them up very, very soon. But for right now, that is the greenhouse, and that's what we got going on in there. I hope you all are getting ready for plant out time. I was aiming for August the 15th, which is my birthday. I'll stand by for the applause. Okay, that's enough of that. All right. So anyway, I was shooting for August 15th. That did not happen. However, I have adjusted my goal, and I'm actually hoping, no, not hoping, wrong word. I will be planted out by at least September the 1st. That way we can get this party started for the fall. But right now, I'm a little nervous to plan out. Asia girl, I'm so happy for you, but it is real hot over here in Suffolk, so which is making me extremely nervous to plan out this week. We're supposed to be getting severe thunderstorms tonight, and I'm really hoping so. I'm really 100% really, did I say really hoping for thunderstorms tonight. We could use it. That would alleviate some of the massive amounts of watering that I'm going to have to do. And I think I'm going to pull all these beans out. Let me let you see what I'm talking about. So, see these beans in the green stalk? Now listen, I'm going to leave these for a few days. Y'all got till September the 1st because they just now putting on beans. Yeah. But they look tired. They look busted and beat down. But they're just now starting to put on beans. Like, this is in the last 2 days. So I'm going to let these ride a little bit longer, and then they're going to go. So maybe I'll get one round of beans from them. I'm okay with that. Green onions doing just fine out here. But Dusty, that's my boy, he going to have to go too. I should have really been pulling them all the way. But as you see, there's a few dusty melons at the top there that are doing just fine. Some yarrow, some sage, and let's see the gigantic rosemary. Rosie, where are you, girl? Let me turn her around. Ugh. Yeah. There she go right there. So, that's what we got going on right now. I have some kind of melon or cucurbit growing out of here because y'all know I don't have to tell y'all I reuse my soil, right? We talked about that once before, that this soil gets reused. Yeah, yeah, because I can't be throwing away soil. So we reuse it, and if I've had something that when I reuse my soil, I'm not just saying, oh, okay, potting up, you gone. It sits for a minute to see if anything's going to germinate. But what happened is I came in here and topped off my green stalks with some of the soil from the stuff I had bought outside that didn't germinate. So once I did that, and this stuff came outside into the outside, it was like, oh, this is what we want to be. I think I want to be a cucumber or a watermelon today. So they started their journey to being a cucumber or watermelon. They should have started that a while ago. It's too late. You are not, you shall not pass. Yeah, it ain't staying. So this terracotta got a little bit more dusty left and some sage. My blackberry, she empty. It's looking very sparse out here. Rosemary top, green onions. I did say the last bit of tomatoes, right? But listen, what had happened was these are the last of the micro dwarf tomatoes. I did not enjoy the way they looked while they were growing. They looked tired and exhausted from almost the beginning. They looked pretty at the beginning, I'm sorry. And then I feel like about a month in, they were screaming, "Get me out of here." So yeah, we left them. They continued to produce, and we got a big harvest from those. But the look of them said that this is our first year gardening and we don't care, all at the same time. And that's not the look I'm going for, y'all. I mean, gardening's not about aesthetics, but if your garden can be pretty, I mean, make it pretty. I definitely want it pretty. So anyway, and yes, time to say goodbye to all my strawberry friends. Bye. Yeah, we pulled all the strawberries out about 2 weeks ago because the crowns had multiplied so heavily in each pocket that we weren't getting any production because they were just jam packed with strawberry crowns. And I said, well, I tried to save them. That's the 7 tiers, so I should have had 42. And what happened? I took the first 2 tiers off. I said, I'm just going to rescue the best 42 looking ones, the 42 of the best looking ones. The first 2 tiers, I had over 60. And I was like, this is too much. And I don't want to do this. So it just started feeling like a lot of work. And honestly, y'all, I don't want to grow strawberries. At least not next season. I probably will go back to it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm not. I love strawberries. And growing them was a great joy. But that, like I said, that was slightly disappointing. So what do we have left to do out here? Actual garden. We have, ignore this tomato, y'all. It had so many hornworms on it yesterday. We came out here, cut all the hornworms off right on their little stems, put them in a bowl, and walked them over to the chickens. Get chickens a little cucumbers to go with it on the side, like a little appetizer. This parsley can go now. It hosted several rounds of eastern swallowtail butterflies. So parsley, excuse me, Zinnia, excuse me. This is not the Zinnia show. We talking about this parsley plant that's been here for 2 years. We let bolt, and it has hosted, like I said, several rounds of butterfly caterpillars, and we thank you for that. I know I said I was gonna stop by that sign, but y'all, let me tell you something. Every time I keep saying I'm not gonna harvest anything else, I come out here, and if I didn't already pull it off, it's out here twerking its way through the yard. Look, the cucumber. You see back there? Hold on, get over there. Yep, slide over. Y'all see down there? That yellow thing? Cucumber. Another Kajari melon. Oh, look back there. What's that? Kajari melon's little sister, Kajarisha. All right. So, like I said, we're going to pull all these flowers. I'm actually going to let these cardinal climber die on the vine. It's an annual, so it can look pretty for right now. It's not in my way. because it's vertical. I'm gonna let it down the vine, and I'll come collect some seeds. Well, I've been collecting seeds anyway because it's already gone to seed in multiple places, if you see. So we're gonna pull the zinnias, pull the parsley, pull that tithonia, which is Mexican sunflower. Pull that zinnia. As you can see, the beans there this was the lima beans and the black eyed peas here, already gone. Just my snapdragon still living here. That was bush beans in that bed, already gone. Y'all, this level of yard debris is blowing me. Like, I cannot stand looking at it. So we just are pulling stuff out and throwing stuff to the side. So this week's project is to come and clear out my walkways. As you know, I am not growing in grow bags this year, so I've terminated all my grow bags. I took the plants out, beat them to death, got all the stuff off the roots. Oh, y'all see that breeze? Y'all see that? It's about to rain. Yes, thank you, Lord. Okay, let me show y'all what happened. Okay, first of all, what was I saying? So yeah, I terminated all my grow bags, threw all the soil into the beds, because we're not throwing no soil away around, y'all. We tried to pick up, see, look at this, as many of the tomatoes as we could, not because we were saving them, but because I don't want to have tomatoes growing all over the place for the rest of my life. But let me show y'all how these mealybugs are out here treating me disrespectful. You see them? Which is why this yard debris has got to get out of here. All of my eggplant, like, do y'all see this? Y'all see all this white stuff? That's mealybugs. And listen, they're not even saying, oh, we want to be on your nice, delicious live plants. They're on the dead leaves. Now, mealybugs do not live in the soil. So they're on the foliage. Once I get this stuff out of here, that will be the end of my mealybug problem, at least for the rest of this season. So I'm not tripping about it too hard, like what's inside of my soul to be tripping about it. But at the same time, they're out here, and it's really, I don't understand. Now let me show you this creep over here. Okay. What do you think you're doing? Let me zoom in for you in case you can't see who I'm talking about. Sir, I know some chickens that would love to meet you. Yeah, because, you know, cycle of life and all of that. So I'm gonna introduce them to my chicken girls. They like to be friends with a cool kind of caterpillar that hangs out on eggplant leaves. So I'm gonna hook them up, you know, a little matchmaking. Yeah, that's what I do. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and terminate this basil. And this basil has turned into a bit of a tree. They're done. So actually, I'm just gonna pick it up and I'm going to sit this in this bed so that I can know that I'm getting rid of this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lean it over because it's gonna go to seed. Well, it's already going to seed, and this way these seeds don't fall into the bed. Same for this one. And while it's still alive, until I get around to the termination, the bees can, and the rest of the pollinators, the rest of my friends can still have at it. So, and then Mr. Daddy's coming to cut the grass in here. So this pot, this purple pot, actually has nothing in it. It had peas in it over the fall. Peas, you know, we did that thing with our peas. And then this was still here. But then the sweet potatoes got out of control. So we were like, you know what, we got a trellis right here. Wrap it up. This is coming out. Also, these sweet potatoes don't have much longer to go before they're done. This is a 7-gallon bag of sweet potatoes. This is a 3x3x2 bed of sweet potatoes. And this is a 20-gallon or 25-gallon grow bag of sweet potatoes. My lantern. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it must have been really hot out here today because lantanas are wildly drought tolerant. And for it to be looking crispy like this. So right here, what do we have? We have the carrots that I had to resow because the first time I sowed them, they got dusty. Like, I wet them and then it got so hot and I was like, oh, I'm not coming back out there. So every day I come and make sure the soil is still moist, or I go ahead and wet it again if it needs it. And so this is going to need, it's supposed to rain, so I'm not going to water this. I'm going to let the Lord take care of this today. So, and the cardboard not only is a way of mulching it, but you have to lift this up every day. Besides, lift it up every day. Check to see if your soil is moist, because that's how your carrot's going to germinate. And you're also lifting it up to check to see if you have any germination. Once you start seeing even just a few sprigs of carrot leaves coming up, that is your cue to remove this and let them start growing naturally. But then you have to also remember to keep them moist. Now, I don't know what to say about this. I think y'all know where I am. Yeah, we're over here, y'all. So let's have a diversion right quick. This furniture, this chair, that chair, and the couch is going to go over there where the boysenberry is, and the boysenberry is leaving us for good because I'm tired of it. It just got to be too much. The flowers are doing their thing, okay? Look how tall those zinnias are. That's the polar bear zinnias. These are the Benaries, no, the Carmine orange, I think. And we have some Benaries in here too. But they do anything. There's a grow bag down there that I don't even know what's in it. Oh, nothing. So we're going to add this. Let me pull her out. Oh, wait, I do know what's in it. These zinnias are growing in that grow bag. Okay, so all these zinnias are growing in different grow bags. There's a grow bag right there, a 10-gallon grow bag. There's a 10-gallon grow bag over there, or actually 4 of them. So all that soil is going to get dumped. It's going to free up quite a bit of space. But y'all, let me show you something. Because I said I said I wasn't going to come get anything else from out under this cattle panel after a few days ago, after the last harvest. And then I came out here the other day and it was so much stuff, and I was like, ooh, girl, let me get this. And guess where I am right now? Violating my own policies. Like, somebody call HR. I'm not following the rules. I'm going to get some of these cucumber melons. I don't want these cucumbers. I don't have anywhere to put them. Like, I made pickles. I gave some away. I gave so many away. I'm actually tapped out on my cucumber situation for 2026. But I also don't want to throw them on the ground because I don't want to be beckoning all sorts of rodents and stuff. So, but more importantly is this. Like, every time I come out here, hold on, what am I doing? All look at face, y'all. Every time I come out here, I find beans galore. And I even told my daughter the other day, I said, you know why we keep getting so many beans? And she's like, no, why? I said, because I keep picking them. I said, remember the rule of gardening is pick early and often? So we're no longer picking early or often. So when we come out here, we keep finding monster beans like this. And some of them, I went ahead and let them dry on the vine. Some of them have holes in. We can see, I don't know what bored into these, whether this was the beetles or what. It actually doesn't matter what bored into them. I just, at this point, want to collect seeds from them. Our ginormous visitor who was in here writing love notes to whomever wanted to listen, that's big old spider. We haven't seen her or him in a while. But y'all, see what I'm saying? I don't want to leave these things. Like, this is a harvest. So what I'm going to do, this is it. Let me show y'all this foolishness over here. Let me turn around and let y'all see this here foolishness. See all those balls? Yeah. It's a ton of them. It's probably 30 of them over here. Those are cucumbers. I'm not doing it. They hanging down. They right there. Y'all see them? This is the Garden of Eden under here. It's real nice. It's real nice. It's a real, very nice atmosphere. The breeze is blowing. I love it. I'm having a great time right now. picking stuff that I said I was not going to pick any longer. But the truth is, I don't want to leave the beans. And I want to get the cucamelons. I was going to try pickling the cucamelons. I heard some people eat it like that. And I thought a bread and butter would be a delicious flavor for the cucamelons, since cucamelons do have a lemony cucumber-like flavor. So, and they're little. They're little. So I don't even have a harvest basket. I have on jeans, and I'm literally sticking cucamelons and beans in the back pocket of my jeans. That is so, ugh. That is so country. But okay, look, let me come on out here. Let me be less country. I'm gonna sit them right here, y'all. I'm gonna just sit them down. I'm gonna sit them down right here. Okay, look. This is not what we talked about. We're just gonna sit them down. Okay. I do have a watermelon back there on the ground. Sugar baby watermelon. So I'm waiting for the tendril to die off, and then I've got watermelon in the backyard, in the back beside the chicken coop. So nobody walks back there. So those are being allowed to sprawl across the ground. But y'all, this is it. Oh, let me get on through here and I'll show y'all the last piece of what's going on. First of all, this is one comfrey plant. Comfrey is a perennial here, so I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna let her live her life, and when she's ready to say we done for this season, I will let her dye herself back and go dormant. These cucumbers don't want me to be great, y'all. They won't even let me through. Look how many of them it is in one spot. And I'm pretty sure when I just walked over here, they closed up like a gate. And I think y'all probably not understanding the size of what I'm talking about. These are not little. Okay, that's my whole hand. They not little. That's big. They big. What happened to the rule that when your cucumbers get big or get overripe on the vine, it kills the vine? This vine has been resurrected about 14 times. Okay, I know I said I wasn't huffing puffing no more, but I am. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? What did I say I was gonna do? I was about to tell y'all. Here is the master plan. I'm going to pick the rest of these colossal beans and go ahead and relieve this plant of the burden of having to carry them, and just, put the burden on myself and carry them in the house. But I'm also, we still got yard long beans. Is anybody seeing this? Okay. I know y'all see it. Don't say nothing. I'm just gonna get them because they beans. But what we're gonna do? We're gonna come back through with the snips, and we are going to sever these bean plants right along the middle, and that way these vines will die from the cut up, and then that will be ensure that, one, I won't have the temptation of coming out here. I have this overwhelming every day to come out here and pick these beans will be over, because these vines will be dying and everything on them will die. Also, once they die, it will make it so much easier to get them off of the cattle panel, because this is a tangled mess. Okay, if you don't believe me, I don't know what to tell you. You got to watch my other videos so you can see it. And listen, it was beautiful when it was producing, because this tangled mess is production. This is production. I mean, like I said, your garden don't have to, we're not gardening for aesthetics, but if you can make it pretty, make it pretty. But if you can make it productive, choose that. Ooh, what am I doing? If your garden is productive, choose production over beauty, because honestly, once I eat, if my food was pretty on the plate, the inside of my body don't care how it looked, because bodies don't care how your food looks. So that's where we are. So we are going to come probably tomorrow when I get here. When I decide to come outside, I'm going to come across and cut all these. Like I said, and I'm gonna cut them low, not right across the middle like I was saying. I'm gonna cut them. Let me show you. I'm gonna start. Well, actually, if I get my big snips, not the snips, but the loppers, I can go ahead and cut them at the base, Now I don't have time for these vines, these roots to die back in the soil because it's almost planting time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut them at the base, let these vines die, and I'll pull the roots out by hand. But I know once I cut them, it's no turning back. So that's how we have to do this for me. I have zero gray areas. Like, it's either I'm gonna have it or I'm not. So, and for that reason is why I have to come out here and just straight terminate these plants and get it over with. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep coming out here and saying, "Oh look, more beans." You know, I'm talking about death out beans. And what I was gonna bring y'all over here to see as the final thing is this going. Yeah, y'all. That is the Seminole XR from looking very nice and big and pretty. So we are going to hopefully get some corn in the next, I'm thinking in the next 30 days. So I'm planning to plant broccoli over there and Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts on one bed, broccoli on the other. I'm going to get the Brussels sprouts out sooner because Brussels sprouts take a longer time to grow. And just as soon as the corn peeks its head, as a matter of fact, this corn literally probably got like 12 more minutes to grow. And then I'm pulling it. If it don't come up, it don't come up. Fortunately, I didn't plant all my seeds. So, yeah, I'm still picking beans. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. If you were wondering if that's what I was literally doing while I'm talking trash about myself picking beans, I'm still picking beans. This is it. Ooh. So, yeah, if this corn doesn't show up in the next, honestly, it probably won't. I don't think I'm going to have enough time between now and September the 1st to get the corn harvest like I'm hoping. But I've also made some changes to the garden. Like I said, I'm not planting in any of the grow bags. And if these two beds don't get themselves together quick, fast, in a hurry, then I'm going to, like I said, I might not plant over here. I might just let these beds rest for the fall and the winter. And then that will give these beans, the bean roots, time to die back in the soil, which is a good thing because, you know, beans are legumes and they will return nitrogen to my soil. So that may just be a good thing because I planted very heavily over here. So what am I doing? So if I'm able to, I think that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I think I'm gonna alter the plan slightly and not plant over here for the fall this year. What did I just drop? Oh, a bean. Again, the Lord don't want me to have this bean. That's why he keeps throwing it at my hand. So I think that's probably, comfrey for the best if I don't plant over here. I have enough stuff to fill all my green stalks, or enough seedlings to fill my green stalks and to fill all the beds. And then, like I said, once these grow bags are out the way, that will open up my walking space in the yard. It still won't give me enough space to come through here with my gorilla cart. But like I said, in terms of just being able to walk through, that will be nice. Look, let me show you what I'm doing. Let me show you what I got. First of all, I have to say the magic words to get through Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I gotta slide those Zinnias over, and I gotta slide these Zinnias over. Then I gotta walk through the spider web of magic, which I'm in no mood for, because y'all know how I feel about that. So we gotta pick up some weeds, break that spider web up. Sorry, guy. Breaking up the band. Then once I get through here, see, more grow bags. Then I have to walk through the Gomfrina Field of Magic. This is a skipper. Hey, baby. Butterfly. Anyway, then I can come over this side and possibly pick more beans. Oh yeah, that's just what I came over here and did. If I can just get these picked clean, or just picked until this is the last day I'm picking beans, y'all. Anyway, I know I keep saying that. Yesterday we came over here. That tomato plant, oh, that's got to come down too. That tomato plant was covered in hornworms yesterday. So when I got the ones off the front, we walked over here, did the same thing, cut them right on off into the bowl, and walked over to my chicken girls. And the chicken girls was drunk on hornworms yesterday. I mean, we threw them in there and it was like, what? Anyway, please, Lord, let that be thunder I just heard. I'm just chit-chatting. Anyway, we've been talking for 35 minutes, y'all. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Ginormicus. Yeah, we done with this. All right. So anyway, as usual, thank you for joining me out here in the garden. And I hope you are ready for your fall planting where you are. And I'm here in Virginia. And our first frost date, our first predicted frost date is November the 9th this year. So shooting for my goal of September the 1st is actually not bad at all. That gives my stuff plenty of time to get in the ground, get established, twerk its way right on through the garden, get its roots together, decide if we're going to love it here or not. And y'all know I don't harden off stuff, but I actually brought everything outside to the greenhouse. So it should be hard as rocks by this moment, because that's the level of hardening that we're doing. So I want to bring it out and just sit them in the beds where they're going to go. I do like to do that, to sit them where they're going to be planted, so they can, get introduced to their new home. Because I'm the garden real estate, agent. Yeah, let's be that. I'm a garden realtor. No, I don't sell real estate in real life, but I move these seedlings into their new homes. Anyway, y'all, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back with another video very soon, because like I said, it's almost plant out day, but that might happen sooner than we expect. We're going to keep watching this weather, and if something changes, then something changes. Anyway, bye.